Ever wondered what an incident response consultant does day to day? Let me share with you today on what I do, and who knows, you might want to become one someday. What exactly is incident response and what are the job responsibilities? To begin, an incident responder is responsible for responding to, well, incidents. Those that have been confirmed as a security incident from either a tier 1 or a tier 2, or from a client notifying us via an email or a call. It does not matter how small or large an incident is. A security incident is a security incident, meaning anything that affects confidentiality, integrity, and availability. It's time to call IR. An incident responder's main responsibility is to limit the damage done to an organization. And the main objective is to quickly identify, contain, eradicate, and recover from the incident. Afterwards, they will partner up with the organization and provide recommendations on how to prevent similar attacks from happening, as well as recommendations on how to improve their response capabilities. This could be adding additional visibility into the environment, invest in tooling or people, but most importantly, ensuring that the organization has a proper incident response plan in place, aka processes. When a fire breaks out, you want to know where the exit is. That is a high level overview as to what an incident responder does. Now, on to a day in the life of an incident response consultant. Most of the time, I begin my working day at 9 a.m. Monday to Friday. This means that if I did not have a prior incident that I was actively engaged in, I would start at 9. Otherwise, my start hours would vary. The first thing that I typically do is start with my emails to see if anything had happened during the night. And then I would read up on security related news to see what are the latest threats, attacks, and exploits that I should be aware of. I need to always understand what my client's technology stack consists of because if an active exploit is happening, such as Citrix Bleed, and I know that a client is using Citrix and might be vulnerable to that, you better believe that I am making sure they are not affected. Otherwise, I'll be getting a call on Friday night. After security related news and no active incidents are happening or no client meetings, I would then perform threat hunting activities on our EDR and SIM. This is because we all know security solutions are bound to be bypassed, or alerts might have been closed as false positives, so it is always a good idea to be on the lookout. I would search for TTPs, tactics, techniques, and procedures that are known to target our clients, or those that have been mentioned in recent reports. I would even create custom reports to notify our team if such TTP had triggered. And yes, I would be suggesting new use cases that we can implement. This would usually take up to 2 to 4 hours of my time, and then it will be lunchtime. After lunch, if there are no incidents or no client meetings, I would then look to perform either of the following. 1. Learn a new skill and certify. 2. Update documentations and procedures. 3. Innovate ways to provide faster response so we can provide answers to the client quicker. And 4, prepare future deliverables for clients such as tabletop exercises or reports. And really, that is about it. If there are no incidents, you might say,
Wow, that seems extremely relaxed.
and when an incident does not happen, I would agree with you. But let's shift gears when an incident does happen. For context, let's just say it is 5 p.m. on a Friday and I'm about to log off work and I get a call about an incident. Our team that consists of an incident handler / commander and I will then hop on a call with this random client. This might take 1 to 2 hours depending on the client, and we'll scope out what they know and ask what had been done so far while suggesting containment strategies. It is now around 7 p.m. on Friday, waiting for the client to sign our contract. Plans are canceled with friends and family because threat actors love to work on Fridays. An hour goes by and they finally sign the contract. We then learn from our client that they have 0 EDR, SIM, or logging in place because that is normal. Believe me. Eventually, we will get in a call with their IT team and they might provision accounts for us to access their environment, as well as our tools to perform IR. But do keep in mind that these vary depending on the incident. Not all incidents are created equal. For example, ransomware cases are very different than a simple business email compromise. At this time, we try to obtain more information depending on the incident. This is now give or take 3 to 4 hours, and it's about 11 p.m. on Friday. And we might have not even started our investigation yet. Yes, this is reality. If a random client calls us, we are in the mercy of their response time. In other words, we cannot perform anything except provide recommendations and/or guidance until the client had either created accounts for us or implemented our tooling. This is why for those organizations out there, it is important to have an incident response retainer. It has now been maybe 1 to 2 hours, and now we are up and running. Let's say it is around 1 a.m. and from here, we can start scoping out the actual incident, going from what they know to what we know and to what our evidence sources say about the incident. It can quickly go from, okay, that's fine, to, oh, I am not going to go through the entire process, but I hope you can see how quickly it can turn your day around. It truly is tough to make plans around someone working in incident response, but wow, the job is fulfilling, at least to me. I always compare incident response to firefighting. Firefighters never know when the next fire will hit, and what do they do during their off time? Work out, teach, learn something new? But when there is a fire, you better believe that they are ready to go and tackle that. From here, I rinse and repeat until the next incident happens or until a client deliverable is due, such as a report presentation, tabletop exercise, or an incident response plan review. Let me know in the comment section down below if incident response is something you might be interested in. I am curious to know how many of you want to get into this field, and I hope I did not scare you away. It truly is satisfying to help those organizations when they need you the most. And that is it for the video. I hope you found that informative. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe if you want to. Remember to stay curious and do things differently.